and I got the shit kicked out of me. And I separated herbs, and I shucked oysters and clams and uni, and I cut myself, and I got garlic and onions and peppers in my fingernails and in my eyes, and my skin was dry and oily at the same time. I had calluses on my fingers from the knives, and my stomach was fucked, and it was everything. And a couple years later, this funny thing happened, which is like, for the first time in my life, I started to find this station for myself. And I was fast. I wasn't afraid, and it was clear.
Yes guys, I know it's a long video, just calm down. Welcome back to a new video. And this is just a clips compilation of many battles I had, like this one. Here I'm just gonna stay to the outside, you know, keep calm. Bosh! To the inside, get in his mirrors, he goes super deep, and I take that position easily. Anyway, so this video will just be a long compilation of many battles I had at Spa last week on Iracing. It was very nice having these battles, and before we get into the rest, please like and subscribe. It would help me out very dearly, and I would appreciate it very much. Alright, so this is the same race, and after that last overtake, my eyes are now on this BMW. So I'm going to send it down the outside. A move I like to do here a lot in the GTPs, because I get the inside for the next corner. He's going to just barely stay alongside, and we're going to go too wide heading into the first corner. I'm going to go to the inside to defend, and then move a little bit later so that I can get a better exit for the long straight. Once again, I'm on another car into the braking zone, but this time I'm going to go down the inside, send it from pretty far back. He can't even stay alongside, and I take the place very easily, very nicely, and I've already got a nice gap. With that overtake done, now I have a new BMW in my sights. He's going to go a little bit wide through this corner here. I'm going to be able to get alongside, get pretty far ahead, and go around the outside of No Name. Pretty nice overtake, and it moves us up one more position. Now right now we're spectating a different BMW who's just a little bit further ahead of me. This is the final lap, and he pulled the gamble trying to take a little bit less fuel during the pit stop. So he's going pretty slow through this traffic on the final lap, and I'm right there in the back. Going into the final corner, he's going to lose his engine, lose his ignition because he's run out of fuel. So he cuts the course, and he's just barely trying to crawl to the end, but I'm going to sweep by and take the place just before the line. I did that on purpose, by the way. Don't come after me. Alright, this is around the start of a new race. Different from the last one, but this was also a pretty nice battle. It ended a little sadly, had a bit of a moment at the end of it, but it lasted kind of a long time. So anyways, this Cadillac ahead, he's going pretty slow. I'm able to get right up on him through the bus stop chicane. And we've got LMP2s to deal with, we've got traffic to deal with, and I'm much faster than him, so I'm going to try and make a move on him. But it is a little hard with the traffic, and it's a little hard just in general. Now the problem I have with attacking this Cadillac is if I go too far and I maybe make a mistake, that Cadillac behind me is right there to pick up the pieces, so I have to stay clean but still make a move. So you can see I throw a bit of a dummy there, but I'm not trying to risk it too much, and I just want to get a nice pass down the straights or in a hard braking zone. So as we're weaving through this LMP2 traffic, very close to each other, we're going into Blanchimont, and then we're going to go right into the bus stop, and I'm going to try and make a move. Sadly, I could not, because there was another Cadillac almost to my inside. I didn't want to risk it and possibly take any of us out of this race. But I'm able to get a great exit. I'm still very close. I'm going to hold him to the inside for as long as I can. Try and go round the outside and maybe get a switchback, but I can't do that either. So I just have to settle for the position that I'm in right now and just wait a little bit longer. That waiting has ended though, and I get a nice run down the Kemmel Straight. I'm pulling alongside, and I'm going to try and outbrake him into here. Go around the outside, I have the inside for the next corner, and I accidentally spin. Yep. Awesome. That hurt. I just barely touched the crowning on the inside of the curb, and I'm out. Anyways, we're back with another race. This Cadillac, fuck it.
I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man.
What a banger song. Anyways, after my mishap right there, I am right on this Cadillac. We're gonna have a very nice long battle through multiple laps, and I am faster than him, but he does not want to give it up. And like before, I don't want to take risks and then, you know, mess up like I did before when I spun on the crowning of the curb. So I get a much nicer exit here. Heading to Blanchimont, I'm going to stay behind him, and I'm going to try and make a move. I think better of it, and I just stay behind him. We exit the bus stop chicane, head on to the next lap, and I'm going to actually try and make a move this lap. I throw a little bit of a dummy, trying to get in his mirrors and get him to go off course, but he does not fall for it. I've just got to make a move down the straight and get by him. And guess what I did? Not bad, because I couldn't get close enough to him down the Kemmel Straight. But maybe later I'll have a chance to actually overtake him. Just not this time, sadly. So out of whatever that corner is, I don't know, I get another nice exit on him. A nice run. I'm going to try and actually make the overtake now. I'm a little bit further back, but, you know, sometimes that doesn't matter. Send it down the outside into the bus stop chicane. I'm going to hold it there, get the inside for the next corner. He's still a little bit alongside, and I make it past him.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
It's your bullshit that fucked us today, not mine.
I had a feeling something like that was gonna happen. It's nice. I love when that happens. It's just awesome. Anyways, this is a different race because that race was completely ruined, even though I could have had a nice top split result. But now I'm behind this Ferrari in a different race. I am much faster. He got slowed down by something. It brought me really close to him. And I'm going to try and overtake him, just like I have been trying to overtake everyone in this entire compilation. I'm going to think about a move into this corner, but ultimately I back out. I'm just trying to get in his mirrors, throw him off course like I have been with multiple other people. Just trying to make it by very cleanly and concisely and quickly. Just kidding, send it down the outside again. Just kidding, I made that up. I didn't watch this replay back before I started the voiceover. I made that up, I'm not actually doing that. But I did get a nice exit out of the bus stop. Gonna do a little fakie there. Once again, backing out, you know, trying to keep it clean. And we're gonna head onto the Kemmel Straight towards Eau Rouge and Radeon. But now we've got some LMP2 traffic. I'm just gonna sneak by, if that's okay. And I'm gonna make it by. Gonna try and pull a move on him very quickly, and he actually goes deep, and that kind of ruins his battle with me, so I didn't actually need to do that anyways. Now this battle utilized traffic quite a bit. It wasn't even much of a battle, just running down the straight, having a lot of traffic in the way. We're gonna try and use the traffic to block each other. There's one. And here I'm going to try and block him with the GT3 on the left. But he is just going to barely nudge me out of the way. But I hold the inside for Lacombe. And I keep the position. Very nice. And, you know, pretty quick battle. I almost forgot, but this is the battle for the lead, and we are actually going on to the final lap. There's an LMP2 ahead, and this Ferrari is right behind me. Going into the first corner on the final lap, I'm going to try and push it, but I push it just a little bit too far. Going on the grass, I lock up, he takes the place, and now it's all just about pressuring him and coming back. Into this double right-hander, he gets a little bit too loose, loses the rear, I take the position back, and then he rejoins and gets collected by an LMP2. A pretty bad rejoin, but I'm not complaining. So, coming around the final corner, I take P1, do a little bit of a celebration, and yeah, I win the race. Okay, so this race was a stacked top split race. I get a little bump from this McLaren livery Ferrari or whatever, can't really tell. And I have to take a lot of grass, come back on the circuit, try and rejoin safely. I give him a little bit of a check, letting him know, you know, don't go down the inside of this corner, especially after the move he just pulled. Heading into Blanchimont, I'm right on the tail of this Ferrari ahead. He's going to go a little bit off course, and I'm going to send it down the outside from pretty far back. I'm going to try and make it stick, and he's just going to push me off a bit, even though I was there. But I do get a little bit of a slowdown, but I take the slowdown, I serve it, and I'm just going to take the position since I was there anyways. Now this guy ahead, he's going to go off, and he's going to rejoin pretty weirdly. Almost kills me, that's fine, but I took the place, and I'm happy about it, and I'm in a pretty nice position for this race. Now I know what you guys are thinking, am I immune to making mistakes? Sadly not. You know, I know it's surprising, but I'm not. I'm not immune to making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Now here's a Ferrari who just got slowed down a lot by traffic. I've caught up a lot over the last laps. I'm right there behind him, flashing the high beams at this traffic, letting them know I'm there. We gotta peel our way through here. I make it too wide through Puan. I'm very scared, and they make it 3 wide actually. But I make it by, and now I'm just hunting down this Ferrari. I say that the Ferrari got messed up by traffic, but it wasn't only him. I also got messed up by traffic. I almost crapped my pants. 4 wheels on the grass as I make it 3 wide with the traffic, but I made it by. And here's a classic top split pro level decision. Absolutely murders one of them, so I get that place, and then he goes into the pits. I get that place as well. So that was the last of the battles and the overtakes in this race. I finished this race in P4 for top split. It was a pretty high SOF. I think it might have been 4.5k. So I'm very happy with that result. Gained a lot of iRating from this race, even with a lot of battles and a lot of scrappiness between the field. This is my final exhibit. I started P3, immediately got up to P2 on the start, and I'm going to try and attack the leader for P1. He is about 5.8k iRating, and I am around 4.1k iRating, but that doesn't matter because he got a slowdown on the first lap. I'm going to try and make it past him. On top of that, he goes way too deep. I collect the position. He tries to squeeze me onto the grass. And then into Blanchimont, illegally gains time, catches up to me just a little bit, and then sends it down the inside. Probably should have gotten a slowdown there, but he didn't. But I'm not going to have that. I keep the position. He forces himself off into the runoff. And yeah, we're going to continue on. He's going to try and stay really close to me and just make his move on me. But I'm going to try and, you know, defend him because I'm not going to have him push me around and just make his way by me like that. So he gets a great run out of Eau Rouge and Radillon. He's going to try and make his way around me, but I'm going to stick it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to try and get a switchback on him. But through this apex, he just overslows so much more than I thought he would. I believe he did that on purpose, and I get so much damage.
Why are you such a fucking asshole?
It may not look like a lot of damage, but I was losing about 0.5 seconds to the leader. I lost so many positions, but I waited until lap 7 when my pit window opened. And I took a pit stop that was about 15 seconds longer than a regular pit stop, and I came out pretty far back in the field. And about 13th place, but I'm going to make my way, and I'm going to try and catch back up to the rest of the field.
That hurt, you know? And I think that flipped this switch in me where I was like, okay, fuck you, watch this.
Okay, I've immediately caught up to a Ferrari. I'm on the tail of him. I'm going to try and get a nice exit out of whatever this corner is called. I do exactly that. I'm able to stay in his slipstream. I've got a nice gap between us. It's not too big. And through Blanchimont, I'm going to try and make a move into the bus stop chicane. He's going to go all the way to the left very early, and I'm going to move down the inside, and I immediately take that place. He cannot defend, and he cannot stay alongside. Now, currently I'm very mad at the leader, but he actually had a disconnect issue, so in this race, I still finished ahead of him, which was pretty nice considering, you know, what he did. If it was my fault or not, but, you know, whatever. I think it wasn't. But these two were having a very nice battle, and this guy gets very overslowed. On this same lap, I catch up to him a lot, and I'm just staying right on him. Through Blanchimont, I'm gonna fake like I'm going to the inside, but really I don't. I move back over to the left. He locks up, goes really deep. I take that position, and he rejoins the track right behind me. Easy move. Get a little wiggle in as a celebration. So a new challenger arrives. This Ferrari straight ahead of me. I can't pass him before Arouge and Radillon, but he just came out of the pits, and through these corners he's really slow, so I'm able to get great speed over him. I pull to the left just so that I'm not sitting in his draft for a long time. Then I make my move into Les Combes, around the outside. I kind of park it on the apex a little bit, but I get the move done. I did overshoot a little bit, but I made it by, and it's all okay. With that position in the bag, my sights are now on this Ferrari ahead of me. This will be the final overtake that I get in this race, and I'm gonna try and do it very quickly. I get a pretty nice run on the Kemmel straight. I'm gonna try and overtake him now. I do a little dummy into Les Combes. He goes pretty deep. I cut back, I get alongside him into the third part, and I go round the outside. A very nice move, personally my favorite of this video. Looking back on it, I was very, very happy. I thought it was really cool. But let's take another look at it. So from the aerial shot, he goes pretty deep. I'm able to cut back, but instead of getting a switchback, I just roll around the outside and take the position. Anyways, at the end of this race, after making up many, many positions after a very long pit stop, I come back to take 4th place after all those damages and that pretty long pit stop. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. See you guys in the next one.